So
I'm
tell
ready.
me what you're doing with Sleep Number this week.
I'm being the biggest advocate right now for Sleep Number on the legend side because it's one of those experiences that I got from not knowing how sleep deprived I was until I got on that mattress. And it's changed my life after surgery, and sleeping well at night and waking up feeling good. You know, when you wake up and you feel good, you have a better day, right?
Right.
So, and 80% of NFL players they got the bed because they know what's up, what's good in the sauce. So I'm letting everybody else know that I'm an advocate for them, and through the NFL, their partnership, and let them know how great it is.
Awesome, DeMarcus. I want to know about your season. What was your thoughts and what are you looking forward to in the off season?
For me, I'm not playing, so I didn't have a season, but I think the season was great. It was the young quarterbacks emerging into what we're going to see in the future with, Josh Allen and Herbert, and I mean, just to name it, now Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. I think it was great. And this offseason, I think that it's going to be good to now see those young boys how they prepare to get ready for that next season to be electric to show us what football's about.
Is there anybody that you love to watch in the game right now? Versus when you played.
Um, when I like the defensive ends, the outside linebacker guys, the guys that are rushing the passer. I really like them. Um, I'm a big, Fletcher Cox fan, not a Philly fan, but a big Fletcher Cox fan. I like to see him rush the passer. Um, and I'm Patrick Mahomes. I'm a big Patrick Mahomes fan. So it's like I get to see a little bit of both sides in the Super Bowl. Defensive guys rush the passer, and Patrick Mahomes do what he gets to do, the phenomenal stuff at quarterback. So I'm going to have a good time, watching this Super Bowl game and seeing, two of my top guys.
You got a favorite memory as a Cowboy, DeMarcus?
Favorite memory as a Cowboy. I think the memories that people really don't think about is those locker room memories, being a captain every year, preparing for the season, and all the memories of training camp. And the training camp was horrific. Just you're preparing for the season. You got 90 guys coming in, so many emotions, but I prepared for that. I love that. I like to lead those guys and mentor them. And so I miss that. And to be able to get something like that back, especially, losing that with retiring, I think those are the memories that I really miss.
You got a favorite player when you were growing up as a kid?
Favorite player. My favorite player in college was actually OCU Muir. I played with him, and he got drafted to the Giants, and he was like a brother to me. He was right next door and lived in the same apartment complex with me. And then I gravitated to Michael Strahan. He was my dude. Nice Hall of Famer, great player. So those two guys really I gravitated to because they were closest to me. Through OC, I got to meet Strahan and everything else.
You got a funny story you want to share with your time for the your time with the Cowboys? You got a funny story?
Funny story. I remember me, Pac-Man Jones, at training camp. We were, hazing the rookies a little bit, and I remember Felix Jones was walking. It was probably like 9 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock our time here in Texas, so it was dark in Cali in Oxnard. And I remember one of the other rookies, and I told him, I said, "Hey, get him to stay right up under this balcony." And so me and Pac-Man got some of the offensive linemen, and we had like a huge barrel of water, and we got him to go up to the second floor. And so right off the balcony, we had it tilted. And so I said, talk to him to just get him to stay straight. And he was a little bit off because the barrel was so heavy. I said, move a little bit to the left. He gets it right up on the barrel. And I said, move back. So the guy moves back, and we just dumped this whole water on Felix Jones. It was actually pretty cool, but that's one of those training camp stories that I got to do with as a veteran with some of the young guys and have some fun.
Awesome, DeMarcus. Is there a current NFL player that reminds you of you?
I would say Von Miller. Von Miller, I know he didn't play a lot this year, but I got to play with him. And he's not as big as I was, but as powerful, as fast, being able to bend around the corner. It's a lot of moves I didn't have, but him being effective for so many years and doing what he has done, um, I got to stick with my boy Vaughn.
What's the best advice you ever received?
My best advice I've ever received. Um, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And my granddad always told me that you need to stand for who you are and what and go after what you want. If not, people are going to deter you and say this is how you should be and these are the things you should have because they want to be you. So just be you, don't change that, and keep that steady.
I got one more question for you before I let you go. What would you say the Cowboys need to do to make the Super Bowl?
Don't turn the football over. They have had the players, they've had the star power every year, even when I played. But when I played, we turned the football over in big games and we lost. The same thing with this year now. They turned the football over in the biggest game that Dak has ever played in, and they lost. So it doesn't matter how you get there. It's about when you get there. You can't turn the football over and lose in those big games. That is the key. They've had everything else. This is a key.
Hey, DeMarcus, man, I appreciate you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.